Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to do a little better today. I actually listened to my last couple podcasts and they were kind of downtrodden with a lot of different scenarios, none of them good, none of them uplifting. So I'm going to try and do a little better. So here's a question for you. What do you need? You know, if you were to think of the things you have in your life, what do you actually need? Now, this is an important question because as resources get slim, which they will, there's probably some things coming that would require some adjustment. And what's interesting about that is that there are some people who are already asking themselves that question in light of what's going on, okay? And it depends on where they're headed as to what their answer is to that question, and that's kind of a really important question to continue to ask yourself every day, because my prediction for the future is things are going to get kind of lean. And let's just say even if they're not going to get lean, determining what you need is going to determine what you have to do to achieve it. See, the less you need, the less work is involved in getting where you want to be. And the less you need, the less resources are required for you to get there. Now, I know that seems like, well, yeah, that's just exactly, everybody knows that. That's crazy. But are you doing that? I don't have anything to say about whether your life's amazing or whether it's not amazing. The question I need to ask you is, do you have everything you need to live the life you want to live? Well, if you know what your life needs to look like, then of course you may have everything you need, or you may be working towards it. But you do realize the world is changing, right? The world is changing. This world will never be the same as it was in 2019. If there's anything about a prediction I can tell you, that's one of those things I guarantee is true. It'll never be the same. Now, for those who've looked around and said, okay, given the changes in the environment, changes in the economy, changes in the way we do things, some people are actually asking themselves, okay, what do I need? Not compared to the story we've been given or the life we lived prior to COVID-19 in 2020, but rather based on now, based on the possibility of what could be our future, what our future could look like. I noticed, my wife, we've kind of been noticing now, have you noticed how many houses are for sale? Tons of houses. I mean, all over the place. And she's like looking at me and I'm like, yeah, see? People are figuring out what they need. What's interesting about it is we're in Meeker, Colorado, and they have what's called Upriver, which is Trappers Lake. It's the White River National Forest, and the indication that maybe it's time for us to start reevaluating what we're doing is the fact that there are so many houses on the market. People, especially, and most of these people who live upriver are rich people. They are people who have a substantial amount of money because they've got land. There's land up there. I mean, a lot of rich people live upriver because it's beautiful. But they're figuring out that given the landscape of our economy and what's going on, they're saying, okay, let's see, what do we need? Do we really need this? Or should we capitalize on the equity that we have in it? And they're making the move. So if you've been watching the news and you're on social media and you're looking at all this stuff that's going on around you, maybe it's time that you start just asking yourself, okay, not just what I want anymore, but what do I need based on what I see? And the question is, what do you see in the future? If you've even looked at the future. Because let's face it, how many people in the world are just rolling by the seat of their pants and every day is going to be okay because it's just going to be okay. I don't have to worry about the future, what's going on. I'm living for today. But if you've been scanning the horizon, you've been watching, you can kind of see things slowing down. And you already see that people don't have any money. You already see that restaurants have closed and businesses have closed and more businesses will close and people are losing jobs and unemployment's going to run out. And being in the best position possible is about you understanding what you're going to need. And instead of allowing yourself to be distracted by all the bells and whistles. It's funny, I watch the news and I watch TV a little bit. I don't get on the phone too much on social media, but from what I can see, a lot of retailers are still doing it the way they always did. They're like, hey, buy this, your life will be great. Hey, buy this, your life will be great. What they don't see is that life is changing for a lot of people. And if we don't change with those things that are coming, guess what? We're going to get run over by life. Well, that's the truth. When Sandy and I decided to hit the road in 2016, well, actually when we finally did it, it took a lot. It's hard work. It's hard work saying, okay, listen, we really shouldn't be paying 2 car payments anymore. We should probably get rid of the car. In fact, if you're missing payments on anything, you should probably liquidate it as soon as possible. If you're behind on anything that you own, the best plan of action is to liquidate it. Because if nothing else, you can find a beater car. But you can't capture that equity back on that vehicle before you lose it. I mean, if you lose it, you'll never get that equity back. If your house is at risk, get rid of it, man. Come on, change. Because it comes down to what you need. So Sandy and I, this fifth wheel, everybody says, well, you live in a trailer house. You live in a trailer house. But you know what? It's what we need. Here's a little example. Let me tell you about this. So I live in a 41-foot fifth wheel. And I slept in a warm, comfortable bed. I took a shower. I fixed myself some oatmeal for breakfast. I got to drink a little coffee, watch some TV. I went for a walk, and now I'm here doing this podcast. My day will go just like everyone else's. I will get finished with my day. I'll take a shower, watch some TV, do some writing on the book, do my thing, just kind of hang out, maybe go have some fun or go spend some time with my kids. And when you really think about it, that's exactly where you are. The thing that you have gives you a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to wash up, a place to rest, a place to do what you do when you're not working, when you're not away from that place. But here's the ticket. The place I'm living in is paid for. The place I'm living in only cost me less than $100,000. The place I'm living in has wheels, which means when things get crazy in 2020 because COVID-19 is going nuts and the world is going nuts and I have to change locations because the place I'm at is going nuts, I have everything I need to do it. We don't want to look at it that way because we're born optimists. I mean, how can you not be an optimist when everything you see on TV tells us how happy we are, how using this service will make our life better, how using that service will make us happy, how this service will make us sexy, how that service will make us successful. Really? Really? When you wake up tomorrow morning, do yourself a favor, and every morning after, do yourself a favor. Make a mental note of the things you need, with a picture of what your life's going to look like in 5 years. Because the only reason you haven't made any adjustments in your life is you haven't picked any place that you need your life to go. It's easy to be where you are. It's like pulling your car into a parking lot and then stopping for the rest of your life. You are where you are until you change it. And changing it sucks because changing it requires effort beyond where you are right now. Beyond where you are right now. But it all starts with asking yourself that question. What do I need? What do I need? What do we need? Well, in the mid of COVID-19, we need a house, we need transportation, we need jobs, we need money. And then start trimming everything else away. And what's cool is even if you're not financially hit, even if this hasn't hit you, by making that decision in lean times, it gives you access to more of the things you love. I mean, the rule is still the same when it comes to living your best life. It comes down to you saying, okay, what do I want to see in my life, or what do I enjoy doing, or what do I need? And then push all the crap out of the way until you've achieved that goal. And once you've achieved that goal, take another look at your life and start the process over. It's about steps. 100 days ago, 102 days ago, something like that, I was not a podcaster. I didn't even know anything about this process. Had it all been leading up to it? Sure it had. Because I was trying to do video. I needed to learn how to do video. I didn't have much experience with sound or with lighting. I'd been playing with it for a while over the last 15 years, but as it turns out, all of that training, all of that fun I was having, learning new things and doing new things, look what it turned into for me. It's exactly what I need. It's exactly what I need. So I want to take a minute before we shut this one off. I want to just explain something to you. Something happened to me when my dad died. Before my dad died, I was angry, and I mentioned this before, but I've never really truly conveyed what that experience was like. When my dad died, everything in my world went upside down, and nothing I believed mattered anymore. It just didn't matter. I'm sitting there in a whirlwind, in a cyclone of crap. And I'm looking at my life and I'm thinking, what have I done? I've wasted my life. Was 48, 49 years old when my dad died. Most of my life being angry and pissed off. And I don't even know that guy anymore. In fact, something major happened in my life here this last couple of weeks that when I was younger would have enraged me. And I just can't seem to find the rage. I can't find the anger to be that person I used to be. It just doesn't live there anymore. It isn't part of me. And when my dad died, what it brought to light was me being able to define what I need. And what I need is a nice place to sleep, a place to eat, and the motivation to wake up every day excited about my life, excited about the struggle I'm going to face, because the struggle I'm facing is one I chose. Your life is getting ready to change whether you want it to or not. There's no guarantee about it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But what I can guarantee you is that when you start looking at your life today, and every day when you wake up and you ask yourself, what do I need? And you start trimming the fat away and you start pulling those resources in, and all of a sudden you have a little more time and a little more money. And even if you don't, even if you're struggling because you don't have any of those things right now, just picking that option and deciding what you need gives you something to work towards. And if you don't need it, get it out of your life. If it doesn't enhance your life or make your life better, that's the ticket. Because you don't need the noise. You don't need the flashing lights and all the drama that everyone seems to be just submerged in right now. And eventually, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get there. Just like I did, just like everyone else will eventually. And we will survive this thing no matter how you do it. There are going to be people who are going to have a hard time doing this. But if you take that evaluation now and you say, what do I need? You'll get there. I guarantee it. So anyway, till next time, just to let you know, I am here for you. I'm trying to do the best I can. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I lose my momentum, like kind of right now. I'm feeling, I'll get there. Anyway, hang in there. I hope you have a wonderful day. Just remember to be kind. Kindness is a wonderful tool. I found it's the most powerful tool in the world. Makes friends out of enemies, just like that, just by being kind. How can I help you, right? That's why I'm here. I hope you will take that with you. And as always, just remember today's your day. Make it a good one.